Ma'am, the question is, if x is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2, then find
Okay.
root x minus 1 by root x.
Root x minus 1
Minus
by
1
root
by...
x,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. So if you remember, Hamna, we did a question like this. Do you remember? Were you there? You remember?
No, ma'am, I don't remember.
Okay, no problem. So what we do first is we say, well, if x is equal to this, let's say root x is equal to t. Okay, because let's take this is equal to t. That means let's say x is equal to t square. Okay, or yeah. So let's do this. Root x is equal to t, x is equal to t square. So basically what we need to find is we need to find t minus 1 by t. Okay, now we said x is equal to t square. So now what we do with this, we have said 3 plus 2 root 2 is equal to t square, right? That means this is the square of something. This is the square of something. Now, can we write it as the square of something? What are you getting my point? I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is 3 plus 2 root 2 is equal to t square, right? What are we saying? In other words, we are saying that 3 plus 2 root 2 is the square of something, and that something happens to be t over here. So can we write this in terms of something that looks like this thing plus this thing square? Let's see if we can do that. Okay. So okay, Hamna, can you tell me what way did you use to solve this and what was your answer?
Ma'am, my answer was 2.
Okay, your answer
And
was 2.
and I actually tried doing like I
In this way or a different
found
way?
no, ma'am, I guess different way.
Okay. So tell me how you did it. Okay, let's discuss that.
Ma'am, I did it a minus b whole square.
Okay, so you did a minus b whole square. And what did you do after this? Yes?
Ma'am, root x minus 1 by root x is whole square.
Okay, just a minute. Root x minus 1 by root x whole square. Yes.
Equal to x plus 1 by x minus 2.
Right. X plus 1 by x minus, minus 2. All right. Then,
Then,
okay,
ma'am,
okay. So I get it. So what you did over here, you put the value of x, right? And the x was this thing. So that's what you did?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 2. So this minus 2 and 3. So this thing becomes 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1 plus 2 root 2 plus 1. Let me just put this in a bracket, and 3 plus 2 root 2. I'm going to write it over here. So then we take the LCM. Have you taken the LCM after this? Yes, Hamna? Hamna, are you there? I'm guessing your mic stopped working. Okay, so I'm going to take the LCM. I'm assuming you did the same. So 3 plus 2 root 2 is the LCM. And over here we have 1 plus 2 root 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 root 2 and we're left with plus 1. So this thing becomes 3 plus 6 root 2 plus 2 root 2. So that is 8 root 2 plus 2 root 2. No, I'm sorry. 4 into 2 is 8 plus 1 by 3 plus 2 root 2. Hamna, if at any point you see that I'm making a mistake and you've done something else and I'm doing something else, just let me know. Just tell me, ma'am, I didn't do it like this, okay? Hamna, is it fine till here? Or am I going in a different way than you did? Yes, Hamna? Please, like, you can type it in the chat box or something. So over here, I can take 4 as common. So I have 4, 3 plus 2 root 2 by 3 plus 2 root 2. So I cancel these two things. So my this whole thing square, just a minute. This whole thing square is 4. So root x minus 1 by root x is equal to 2. Excellent. Okay. Okay, Hamna. Your answer is right. Hamna, is your doubt cleared or were you asking something else? I'm sorry. Yes? Hamna, you can type it in the chat box as well. Yes? I'm not able to hear you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it's
Never mind.
clear.
Okay. All right. So today let's move forward. How about let's just try to complete the exercise that we were doing in the previous lesson. Okay. So yeah, we were doing this one. No, we're not doing this. We were we were doing this thing, yeah. So we did the first part and we found out that it was y is equal to 2x. Okay, let's wait for Hamna to rejoin. Okay, Hamna, so I hope you can hear me now. So we were doing this one. Now let's do the B part. Okay, let's do the B part. So uh, out of these four, let me see. Oh, I can annotate today. Yesterday I wasn't able to for some reason. Okay, so out of these four options, which is the right option for the B graph? Let me oops, just a sec. Yeah, this graph, B, figure 2. Okay, so let's take a look at the options. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that we can see the options as well. Yeah, now, Miraj, I hope whatever we did in the previous class was clear to you. If at any point you're feeling that it's not convenient, or you're having doubts, you're having confusions, feel free to ask. Okay, Miraj?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay. So the second one, can anyone tell me? First of all, let's see what all options we can eliminate. Okay. So y is equal to 2x, option B gets eliminated. The second option gets eliminated. Why? Because we know that whenever, like as we saw in previous class, whenever we have an equation of this form, it will always pass through the origin. So this thing doesn't pass through the origin, so we will cancel out option B. Okay. So just a sec. So we don't have this option anymore. I'm sorry. Now, what about the other options? What about option A, the first option? X plus y is equal to 0. Can I write it as x is equal to minus y? Can I write it like that? Yes? I'm waiting for your response, guys. You can even type in the chat box if you're not comfortable in unmuting or something. Yeah, Miraj, Hamna, can I write this thing like this? If there's any confusion, please unmute and say, ma'am, I didn't understand. I'm waiting for your response so that we can move forward, because I'm not sure if you guys understood yet.
No, ma'am, it's not equal to minus y.
Okay, just a sec, Hamna. So if I write x plus y is equal to 0, okay, can I take y to the other side? Or, in some countries we say, can I subtract y from both the sides? Like I say x plus y minus y is equal to 0 minus y. So what I've done basically is subtracted y on both sides. So this thing gets cancelled. So I'm left with x is equal to minus y. Hamna, can I do this? Or if I can't do this, then tell me why I can't do this.
Yes, ma'am, we can do it.
So this is clear. So I can write this equation, x plus y is equal to 0. I can write it like this. Fine. Okay. Now we can see that this is again over here, we don't have a constant term. Remember what's a constant term? Like over here, if you take a look at this equation, the constant term is 4. Over here, the constant term is minus 4. So this is the constant term, right? But in this equation, we don't have a constant term. And we saw in yesterday or the previous lesson that when we don't have a constant term, that means this equation, this graph will pass through the origin. And we can clearly see that this thing does not pass through the origin, right? So this means that this is also not an option. Is it clear, or do you want me to repeat?
It's clear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Hamna. All right. So this is striked out. This is striked out. Now we have two options remaining. Which do you guys think it is? Which one do you think it is?
Ma'am, I guess the fourth one.
The fourth one. And why do you think so? Yes, Hamna, why do you think so? It's okay, just say anything. Like whatever came to your mind, just say it. It doesn't have to be right or wrong.
Ma'am, because I tried it.
Yeah, you tried it, and tell us, what did you try? So what you might have done. Yes, Hamna, you're trying to say something.
Ma'am, I put y as 2 and x as 6. So my answer was -4. I guess
Okay. Um, why did you put y as 2 and x as -6? Why did you put it like that? You said -6, right? Or you said 6? Hamna, can you please clear that out for me?
ma'am -6.
Okay. So you're saying that over here, Hamna, first tell me, why did you put -6, 2 into this? What was the thought behind it? What was your idea behind it? Hmm? Hmm? Hamna? It's okay. I'm not scolding you or anything. I'm just asking. We're just trying to find out uh, what is going on in our minds. What are we thinking? Yes. Okay, Hamna, I'll just repeat my question. My question is, why did you put these 2 points? Why did you put these two values only? Why not something else? That's my question. Miraj, do you have any idea which one of these it's gonna be? And please let me know what made you think so, whichever it is.
Mm,
Hmm?
I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. Let me help you guys a little bit. So once more, we saw that. Now remember this, okay? If a point, if this, let's say whatever it is, a comma b, okay, a comma b, it could be anything, it could be 2 comma 4, 0 comma 2, 0 comma 1, anything at all. So that's why I'm writing a comma b, right? So if a comma b is a solution of the equation, you know, whatever whatever linear equation you have, right? This is an equation. Then this point, the point a comma b, will lie on its line, right? Right. So the thing is, if I put 2 in place of y in the fourth equation, and I put 6 in place of x, then obviously yes, it is satisfying because 2 is equal to 6 minus 4. But does that mean that this, the fourth one, is uh is the equation for this graph? Because what does this point 2 comma 6, or sorry, 6 comma 2, right? X coordinate is 6 and y is 2. That's why I'm writing 6 comma 2. So what does this point have to do with this line or with this graph? Yeah, right. So that's why we won't just take any random number. Whatever we take, it has to have a reason behind it. Whatever we do, we need to have a reason behind it, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're going to check. Yeah. So we're going to check. Well, okay, let me take 0, 4. All right, let me take 0, 4 and let me see whether 0, 4 satisfies this equation and satisfies this equation. Why? Because if 0, 4 satisfies this equation, again, if 0, 4, I'm taking 0, 4, you can take this one also, you can take this one also, your wish. You have to take at least 2. So what I'm saying is, if 0, 4 satisfies this equation, that means this point will lie on the line of that equation, on the graph of that equation, right? So let's just try that with 0, 4. So in place of x, I put 0. In place of y, I put 4. So tell me, will the equation be satisfied? Let's see who will answer the question first.
Yes.
Okay. Miraj, did you try to solve it? Did you solve it or did you just do a mental calculation?
A mental calculation.
Okay, try to solve it this time on paper.
Okay.
Hamna, what about you? You suddenly became quiet.
Yes, ma'am, it satisfies the equation.
Okay. Okay, guys, take a look at this. The left-hand side of my equation is y, right? It is y. And y is what? It is 4. The right-hand side of my equation is x minus 4. X minus 4, which is 0 minus 4. And what is 0 minus 4? It is minus 4. So LHS is 4 and RHS is minus 4. So they're not equal. LHS is not equal to RHS. Is it clear, Miraj and Hamna?
Yes.
Okay, so now we see that, well, 0, 4 does not satisfy this equation. 0, 4, just a sec. 0, 4 does not satisfy this equation. That means 0, 4 does not lie, it is, sorry, that means this equation is not the graph of this line. Because we can see that 0, 4 is lying on this line, right? It's lying on the graph. So this is not going to be the right option. That means we are left with only one option, which is option number C, the third option. So that has to be the right one. If you want, you can verify this. Now quickly, Hamna, I want you to verify this with 1, 6. And Miraj, I want you to verify this with minus 2, 0. The third option.
Yes, ma'am, that's the answer.
Okay, 1, 6 is satisfying. All right. What about you, Miraj? Miraj? Okay, so I hope you're trying this on your own, Miraj, but I'll just move on with the question. So if you try it, you will see that minus 2, 0 also satisfies the equation. Okay, and Miraj, please do try it on your own. Okay, don't just skip it because I uh, announce the answer or something. Okay, so the correct option is option C. Now let's move on to the third part. And the graph for that third part is this. Now I am waiting to hear who is going to tell me the answer first. And when you do tell me the answer, also tell me how you came up with the answer. Okay. Are you guys trying?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, good.
Ma'am, the fourth one is the answer.
Okay, Hamna is saying it's the fourth one. All right. Um, Hamna, can you tell us how?
Ma'am, because 2 comma 0 1 comma minus 2 0 comma minus 4 and minus 1 comma minus 6 satisfies the equation.
Okay. So, Hamna, you don't have to check for all four. You can just check for two. Okay, or three if you want. It'll save you time. But all right, let's verify what Hamna has said. So 2 comma 0. Let's try 2 comma 0 here. So this x replaced by 2 and y by 0. So 0 is equal to 4 minus 4. Yes, 2 comma 0 satisfies. Then the second thing, let's try 1 comma minus 2. So 1 and this is replaced by minus 2. So minus 2 is equal to 2 minus 4, which is also correct. So yeah, we can say that this is the right one. Okay, so first of all, you will know that this is eliminated. Why? Because this is the same as y is equal to minus x, and we can see that this type of equation, again, I'm repeating it, this type of equation will pass through the origin because it doesn't have any constant as we saw in the previous lesson. So this is striked out. This is striked out for the same reason. And you now have to just, do trial and error with these two. Okay, so let's move on. Um, okay, now I want you guys to do this. The first one, draw the graph of the following equations. Now, Hamna, I want you to draw the graph of x minus y is equal to 2. And Miraj, I want you to draw the graph of y is equal to 3x. Okay. Let me just increase this a little bit. So हम ना do you guys have a graph sheet with you right now? Yes or no? Do you have a graph sheet?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Hamna, what you can do is after plotting the graph, you can switch on your camera and show me the graph if it's possible. And Miraj, the same goes for you as well. Sorry. Okay. Are you guys able to solve it or do you need some help?
I need some help.
Yeah, sure. So just let me know whenever you need help, okay? So your equation was y is equal to 3x. So let's open the whiteboard. Okay, y is equal to 3x. Okay, what was the first step that you took, Miraj? What do you think we should do next after writing this?
Make y and x axis.
Okay, make x and y and x axis. Just a minute. So I'm gonna do it like this. All right. Then Miraj, what have you done after that?
Write y
What was the
and x.
next step? Okay. Are you talking about the table, x and y table?
Yes,
Okay. So this is known as the x and y table. Okay. So what did you take the value of x in the first step? Miraj, did you try to take the value of x in the first step?
yes,
What did you take?
3.
3. Okay. Can we start with a smaller number? Because if we take 3, see, if we take x is equal to 3, or let me just, if we take x is equal to 3, then what does y become?
6.
Okay, Miraj, this is y is equal to 3x. Okay, that means y is equal to 3 multiplied by x, right? That's what 3x means, right? So when we put 3 in place of x, as you said, you wanted to take 3. So this becomes y is equal to 3 multiplied by what? 3,
3.
right?
Yes.
So, and that is what? That is 9. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So y becomes 9. So if my x is 3, y becomes 9. And actually the thing is, I don't want to take 9, such huge numbers, because then this will go all the way up the number line somewhere over here. So I want to take small numbers in the beginning, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yeah, so can we start with 0? It's always a good idea to start with 0 first. You know why? Because I mean, it's 0, right? It just makes everything a whole lot easier for us. So let's take x is equal to 0. So let's have y is equal to 3 times, just a sec. Okay, we're taking x as 0. So that is 3 times 0. So what does y become? Miraj?
0.
Yes, 0. So y becomes 0. So this is one this is one set of values. Sorry. Now we need to take at least one more set of values. So now take x as something else. Can we take 1?
Okay.
Okay, let's take 1. So let's say let's put x is equal to 1. And when we do that, when we put x is equal to 1, this becomes y is equal to 3 multiplied by 1, right? So what does y become?
3.
3. Y is equal to 3. Okay. Y is equal to 3. So now I have my 2 points. Or, just to be sure that you're on the right track, you can take one more point. Okay. If you want. I mean, it's not compulsory, but you can take. So, I mean, let's just take another point. So let's take 2. Is that okay? Or let's take
Okay.
-1. Let's take -1. Okay. It will be a good idea to also have negative numbers. So let's take x is equal to -1. So now can you tell me what does y become? 3 times? Yes, Miraj? What should I write over here?
-3. -3.
Y becomes -3. Y becomes -3. So I have these 3 points. What are my 3 points now, Miraj? The 3 points that I should plot on the graph.
0, 1,
Yes,
and -3.
0, 0. That is my first point. What does
Yes.
0, 0 mean? It means that x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. That's my first point, right? Because,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
No
x
problem.
is 0, y is 0. So that's my first point. The second point is, yes, Miraj?
1, 3.
Yes, very good. 1, 3. Then third point is,
-1, -3.
okay, excellent. So on your graph paper, on your graph sheet, I hope you plotted the points. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of uneven. Just a sec. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. So -1, -2, -3. Okay. So what's my first point, Miraj? What was the first point?
The first
0,
0, 0.
0. What is 0, 0? It is the origin, isn't it? So I have plotted 0, 0. This is my 0, 0. This is my first point. or let me just one sec, take a better color to distinguish. So this is my 0 comma 0. What is the second point?
1,3.
1 comma 3. So 1 is over here, the x-axis, the x coordinate is 1, so 1 is over here and 3 is over here, right? Y is equal to 3 is over here and x is 1, so it's over here. So this one is 1 comma 3. Now let's talk about the third point, which is minus 1 comma minus 3. So minus 1 on the x-axis is over here, and then we go down vertically minus 3. We go towards minus 3 and there it is minus 3. So minus 1 comma minus 3. So these are the 3 points. Now what do? We simply take a ruler, a scale, and we connect these 3 points. Okay, let me just do it again. Let me just do it with this thing. Just a sec. Okay, so that is my line. And what does this line denote? This is the graph of, this is the line of, or you can say this is the line graph of our equation y is equal to 3x. Okay, I'm going to write it somewhere over here. Y is equal to 3x. Miraj, is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Hamna, can you share the graph that you made? Is it possible for you to share? X minus y is equal to 2. Hamna? Are you there, Hamna? Hamna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Have you done x minus y is equal to 2? Have you plotted the graph?
No, ma'am, I'm still doing.
Okay. Do you need some help?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Take your time. In the meanwhile, Miraj, you can also try the same x minus y is equal to 2, or you can try any of the others. Or I think it will be better for you to try the x minus y is equal to 2 itself so that we can check it together, right? The rest of those you can do at
Okay.
home and then we will discuss them later on. So yeah, do this one. Yes, Hamna, did you do it? So just let me know. Just let me know whenever it's done, so that we can discuss at least one graph. Okay, Hamna, let me know when you're done. And Miraj, you too.
Okay.
Are you done, guys? Hamna, do you want me to help you? Should we move forward, or am I audible to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, Hamna, whatever you have done till now, can you show me that much? Can you hear me, Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So please show me whatever you have done. It's okay, even if you haven't completed it. It's okay. Just you can show me whatever you've done. Can you?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm not able to see anything, Hamna. Are you showing something? Because I'm not able to see anything. Hamna? Okay. Let's do one thing. It's already been a lot of like a long time. So let's do one thing. Uh, Hamna, you can send it to me. All right. I'll just plot the graph here so that it can be easy for you to refer and understand whether you did it correctly or was there a mistake or something. So I'm just going to make the graph here. Hamna, can you please tell me what was the question?
x minus y is equal to 2.
Okay. Also, Hamna, is your camera working?
No, ma'am. I guess no.
Oh, sorry. What did you say? Okay, never mind. So x minus y is equal to 2. Now let's see how to do it. Okay, so x and y. First, the first thing we need to do is make a table, x and y. Now we make this table. I'm going to plot only 2 points this time. So first, let's take x as 0. Yes, Hamna? Let's take x as 0. So if I take x as 0, this becomes my 0 minus y is equal to 2. And just a sec. Yeah. So 0 minus y is equal to 2. That means minus y is equal to 2. And that means y is equal to minus 2. So when x is 0, y is minus 2. So when x is 0, y is minus 2. Or let me just put it like this. Yeah, y is minus 2. Now let's take y as 0. Okay. The second thing we're going to do, we're going to take y as 0. So I'm going to take y as 0. So when my y is 0, what does my equation become? What does this thing become? It becomes x minus y, and y was 0.
0.
Yes, thank you, Raj. Is equal to 2. So this becomes x minus 0 is equal to 2. So what does x become?
Minus 2.
Once again,
Uh,
think again, Viraj. X minus 0 is equal to 2. So the left hand side of the equation is what?
it will be 2.
Yes, x is equal to 2 because x minus 0 is nothing but x itself, right? So x is
Yes.
equal to 2. So when y is 0, x is 2. So now we have 2 points. And my 2 points are 0, comma minus 2 and 2, comma 0. Okay. Now let's plot these points. First of all, I'm going to make these markings. 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, Hamna, I just saw your message saying that you can't switch on your camera. It's okay. You could have just said it in, you could have just unmuted yourself. It's fine. Okay. So the first point is 0, comma minus 2. Where does it lie? We start x is 0, right? So there is nothing on the x-axis. You don't move any right or left on the x-axis. So x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is minus 2. So I'm going downwards and there it is, minus 2. That is my first point, 0, comma minus 2. My second point is 2, comma 0. So we are over here 2 and 0. My x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 0. So x is 2, y is 0. That's my 2, comma, I'm sorry, 2, comma 0. So these are my 2 points. Now all I have to do is connect them using a line, a ruler, and just a sec. Yeah, there it is. So this is my line of x minus y is equal to 2. Is it clear? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do a few more questions. I was hoping to start a new topic today, but unfortunately, all right. Okay, now I want you guys to tell me, Hamna, can you unmute yourself? Can you just confirm whether you can unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the first question is to you, Hamna. Hamna, can you give me one equation of a line passing through this point 2 comma 14. Can you give me an equation of a line which passes through the point 2 comma 14? Think about it. And Miraj, I'm going to ask you the same question, so better prepare your answer now itself. An equation of a line that passes through 2 comma 14. How are we going to do this? Any ideas, guys? How are we going to do this?
No.
Okay. Do you guys remember what I said a few minutes ago? We said, now hear carefully again, okay? We said that if a point lies on a line, right? We are saying that this line, whatever this line is, it should pass through this point 2 comma 14. Okay, so we are saying that a if a point lies on a graph, it lies on a line, then it has to satisfy the equation of that line. Is it clear? This much?
Yes.
Okay, so that means 2 comma 14, it has to satisfy the equation, whatever that equation is. So that equation is going to have x, it's going to have y, and it's going to have a constant. So over here I can see that my x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 14. So now can you form an equation in such a way that whatever that equation is, it will, this point will satisfy that equation. This value will be fit into that equation.
Ma'am, x minus y is equal to minus 12.
Very good. Okay, x minus y is equal to minus 12. So we have gotten an answer from Hamna. She has given us one line that passes through 2 comma 14. And if you guys want, if you want to verify this, we can do something. Just a sec. Oops. Just a sec, okay? Where did my thing go? Okay. Yeah. So let's just, where is the point? So I'm going to plot the, oh, what is this? Just a sec. So I'm going to plot the point 2 comma 14. Okay, because our question was talking about 2 comma 14, right? So let's plot that point. Oh, why is this not okay? Yeah. So 2 comma 14. Let's plot it. So 2 on the x-axis, 2 is over here, and my 14 is going to be all the way up. So I'm going to go all the way up. Let me just, this is my 2 comma 12. So I'm going to move all the way up. There it is, 2 comma 14. Okay. If you see on the left hand side, I have a, the point a is what? It is telling you the value of a, it is 2 comma 14. Okay. So I'm not cheating on anything. It is 2 comma 14. Now, Hamna gave us a line. She said, so guys, I'm just going to continue for like 2 more minutes. Okay, just give me 2 more minutes. So Hamna gave us a line and she said x minus y is equal to minus 12. And why did she say that? She said that because she thought, well, x is 2, y is 14. When I do x minus y, it becomes minus 12. Pretty logical. So let me just type it in here. Her line, Hamna's line, x minus y is equal to negative 12. Enter. So there it is. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing that the line does pass through that point?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Miraj, I'm going to ask you this question. How many lines do you think? How many lines do you think are there that can pass through this point A? Hmm? How many lines do you think can pass through this point? Hamna, what do you think?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. What makes you think 4 or 5 lines? Okay, why 4 or 5? Like, why did you limit it to 4 or 5? Why not 100, for example? Or, why not 20? Why not 100? Why not 1000?
Because it's too much.
Oh, it's too much. Okay. So how do you know how much is too much? Is 20 too much?
No.
No. Okay. Then how much is too much?
100 and 1000.
Okay. What makes you think 100 is too much? Hamna, what do you think? How many lines will pass through A, this point A?
Ma'am, I guess infinitely many.
Yes, an infinite number of lines. Miraj, infinite is something that is too much. Okay. Anything less than that, anything that you can count 100 or 1000 in math, that is not too much. There's only one thing that is too much, and that is infinity. So, an infinitely many number of lines will pass through any given point. So, please write it down so that you remember this, because this is a very important concept, that if you have any single point, if you have just one point, right, you place that point on the graph, you can have an infinite number of lines that pass through that graph. And if you don't believe me, let me just give you another example. Like Hamna said, x minus y is equal to negative 12. I will say, well, I can say, um, okay, x plus y is equal to 16. That's like the simplest thing I can think of right now. X plus y is equal to 16. See, that is also passing through that point, right? Now give me something else. How about 2x plus y is equal to 18. 2x plus y is equal to 18. There you go. That is also passing through my point. Okay, so I can have, like, you can play with your x and y, you can do whatever you want, right? Like, what I'm trying to say is, just a sec, you have, let me just show you the thing. So over here, you had the point that I gave you was 2 comma 14, right? It could be anything. This is just an example. You could have minus 3 comma 0. You could have, I don't know, 4 comma 20, anything at all. So we had 2 comma 14. We can play with these two numbers in any way we want. I can say, 10 multiplied by 2 plus, or let's say minus, okay, minus 3 multiplied by 4. What will that be? That will be 20 minus 12, that will be 8, right? So let's try this. 10x because 2 is x, minus 3y because, I'm sorry, oh, made a mistake. So what is 14 threes are? Yeah, 42. Yeah, that's what, yeah, 42. So 20 minus 42 is equal to negative 22. Yeah. So yeah, minus 3y is equal to negative 22. Okay, let's try this one also, just for the sake of it. Okay. Just a sec. What is my thing? It is, wait, 10x minus 3y is equal to negative 22. Just a sec. I just want to see whether I'm right or not. So I forgot again. What was it? 10x? You guys remember? I forgot. I think it was minus 3y is equal to negative 22. Oh, there you go. So that is also passing through this point. So what I was trying to say essentially was that you can play around with these two numbers in any way you want, right? I multiplied it with 10 and 3. You can multiply it with anything. You can do a minus or a plus, anything you want. So there is an infinite number of combinations, that you have. So what does that show you? It shows you that if you have a single point, you will have an infinite number of lines that pass through it. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So I have taken extra time of yours. I'm really sorry for that. You guys can go.
No
If there's
problem.
any doubt, you can ask.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.